Today we will be talking about how to score good marks in Bachelor of Physiotherapy for the anatomy, and we also will be discussing about the question patterns or the repeated questions of lower limb. So let's begin. So this is a question paper that you can see here. It has three parts. The first part is long essay, which carries 10 marks for each question. Second part, short essay, which carries 5 marks for each question. And the third part is 3 marker or short answers, which carries, there are multiple in number, there are many questions. Each of this carries 3 marks. So this is a total pattern of a question paper for physiotherapy. Now in the first session, that is long essay, for the 10 marker you need to draw at least 2 diagrams. If you draw more than 2 diagrams, it's good. Now for the short essays or the 5 marker, you need to draw at least one diagram. Now again, if you draw more diagram, it's fine. And for the last one, short answers, here you need to mention only the points, only the points whatever is asked, and you can score good marks in this. And you don't have to draw the diagrams until unless it's asked specifically. For example, if a question like draw typical spinal nerve, so then you have to write or you have to draw the diagram. Or if some questions related to histology is asked, so then also you need to draw the diagram. Otherwise diagrams are not required, but if you draw the diagram again, it's good. Now let's discuss the next part, that is the lower limb, the questions from the lower limb. These are repeated questions from the lower limb. So let's begin with that. So we have seen upper limb in the last class, so let's begin with the lower limb. So we have divided into sub categories. So let's see this. Bones of lower limb, you may get a question from femur. So it can be upper end of the femur and lower end of the femur. 3 markers, tarsal bones. Name the tarsal bones. Name the parts of hip bone. So just mention the parts of hip bone here. From femoral triangle, 10 markers. Describe the origin, insertion, function, blood supply and nerve supply of quadriceps femoris muscle. So quadriceps femoris muscle is asked open. You need to write all of these things, draw the diagrams. The next one, femoral triangle, under the following headings: boundaries, roof, floor, contents, applied anatomy. So when applied anatomy is asked, at least write 2 applied anatomy. Describe the boundaries and contents of femoral triangle. Usually the questions are structured like this, but you may get a question like this as well. So you need to know what are the subheadings that you should write. 5 marker, femoral sheath. So it is related to your femoral vessels. Femoral canal, again it is related to femoral triangle, that area. Adductor canal. Fasciolata and its modifications. So this question, you should be careful, you should know this. Usually people neglect it, but please read on this. Great saphenous vein. So great saphenous vein, and one more question which can be asked here, that is a small saphenous vein. Quadriceps muscles. So here you need to mention attachments, actions, nerve supply. Femoral triangle, write boundaries and contents. So femoral triangle is asked in 10 marker as well as in 5 marker. So uh, you need to plan accordingly and write. Distribution of femoral nerve. So femoral nerve branches, divisions, and which muscle it supplies, and clinical aspects. So it's always good to write clinical aspects. If it is not asked, also you can just mention it. Coming to 2 markers, femoral canal, 4 tributaries of great saphenous vein. So tributaries of great saphenous vein, just mention about that. Also you may get a question on varicose veins, so please read about that. Now contents of femoral sheath. Name the muscles inserted to iliotibial tract. So iliotibial tract, you should also read this. Three branches of femoral artery. Any three branches of femoral artery. Femoral artery in the femoral triangle. So what are the branches of femoral artery? What are the course of femoral artery in femoral triangle? Extent and branches. Coming to middle compartment of thigh, 10 marker. Describe origin, course and distribution of obturator nerve. So obturator nerve is asked as a 10 marker. Similarly, femoral nerve can also be asked as a 10 marker. Sciatic nerve also can be asked as a 10 marker. 5 marker, adductor magnus muscle. So explain about adductor magnus, origin insertion, its hamstring part, its adductor part. Write about this. Gluteal region, gluteus maximus is a 5 marker. Also you can get a question under this. It will be like structures which are under the gluteus maximus. Explain about that. So the next one, greater sciatic notch and structures passing through it. So this is 5 marker. You may get a 3 marker question like lesser sciatic notch and structures passing through it. So that is a 3 marker. You can get a question. Popliteal fossa, 10 marker. Describe the popliteal fossa under the following headings: boundaries, roof, floor, contents, applied anatomy. 5 marker, branches of popliteal artery. 2 marker, name the branches of tibial nerve in popliteal fossa. So here similarly you may get a question, name the branches of common peroneal nerve in popliteal fossa. So please read that also. Coming to back of thigh, 10 marker, describe the sciatic nerve. I already mentioned sciatic nerve can be asked, so it is asked here. Formation with root value. So whenever you read a nerve, please read about the root value. That gives good impression if you write. Course, relations, branches, applied anatomy. So when course is asked, you have to mention the course, how it is passing through, but not in much detail, but you should know at least some points. Relations as well. The relations, it is hard to remember all the relations, but remember key relations. Coming to 5 marker, hamstring group of muscles. So hamstring group of muscles, you know what are the muscles, so please write about that. Attachments and why it is called as hamstring muscles, what are the peculiarities of hamstring muscles, all those things. Now front and lateral and medial side of leg. 5 marker, extensor retinaculum of foot. So extensor retinaculum is one retinaculum. Similarly you have flexor retinaculum of foot, so we'll read about that. And there is one more, peroneal retinaculum, so please read about that, these things. 2 markers, attachments of peroneus longus, attachments of tibialis anterior, extensor or retinaculum of foot is asked here again. 2 marker. Name the muscles supplied by superficial peroneal nerve. So you can also get a question, name the muscles supplied by deep peroneal nerve. Now when you come to this 2 marker, please limit yourself. You have to write to the point. Don't explain things here, just write the points. Now coming to back of leg, 5 marker, mention the attachments of flexor retinaculum in foot and structures passing under it. So flexor retinaculum is asked many times. 2 marker, name the muscles in posterior compartment of leg. So posterior compartment of leg, you have 3 subdivisions muscles which are arranged in 3 layers. So read about that, write all the muscles, don't miss any muscles. Now coming to the venous and lymphatic drainage of lower limb, 5 marker, discuss lymphatic drainage of lower limb. So this question is, can you expect this lymphatic drainage? Just read about that. Great saphenous vein, again 5 marker. Small saphenous vein also can be asked here, as I said before. Joints of lower limb. Here 10 markers are, describe the hip joint under the following headings: type, articulation, ligaments, arterial and nerve supply. Ligaments, at least remember at least 5 ligaments and write. Here there are less than 5 ligaments, but some of the joints may have a lot of ligaments, like knee joint. But if a question is asked like ligaments, at least write 5 ligaments so that you get marks. Movements and muscles, applied anatomy, relations. The next one is here it is asked knee joint, under type and articulation, ligaments, menisci, locking and unlocking of knee. So when you write answers, please highlight this sub questions and write under it. Don't write everything together. Highlight the subheadings and write. Classify the joints with examples. Describe the ligaments, movements and muscles responsible for movements of hip joint. So again they are asking hip joint. So hip joint and knee joint is asked here. Um, so please read about that, and you may get a question from the angle joint also. Please read about angle joint as well. 5 markers. Yeah, here it is asked angle joint. So angle joint can be asked in 5 marker usually, but no, there's a chance of asking it 10 marker as well. Ligaments of knee joint. Here they have asked specifically ligaments of knee joint. Here you have to mention all the ligaments. Menisci of knee, abductor mechanism of the hip joint. So it's an unusual question, but can be asked. Subtalar joints, menisci of knee joint. So again, menisci is asked again and again. You have to mention about the clinical aspect of menisci. Collateral ligaments of knee joint. Write about that. 2 markers, ligaments of hip joint. So asked, name the tarsal bones. Deltoid ligament. This ligament is related to angle joint, which is seen on the medial side of the angle joint. Ligaments of knee joints. So these are the questions from joints. Coming to arches of foot. 10 marker, explain the medial longitudinal arch of foot. Describe the arches of foot and its clinical aspects. So mention this. 5 marker, aortus of foot. So invertus of the foot also can be asked as a 5 marker. Arches of foot. Here you have to reduce your contents and be brief. Longitudinal arches of foot. 2 marker, name the invertus and evertus of the foot. So just name the invertus and evertus. That's it. Mention any 4 ligaments of knee joint. Just write the ligaments name. Don't detail. Here detailing is not enough. I mean, it's not required because it is only 2 marker or 3 marker. Mention the joints where inversion and eversion takes place. So this just mention the joints. So here I'm requesting you to not explain the things, write in points here in 2 markers. So I hope it was helpful. Thank you.